Okay, is it just me, or is anyone else feeling like they're drowning in AI news these
Oh,
days?
you're definitely not alone.
Every time I turn around, there's some new breakthrough or some expert saying AI is going to change everything again.
Yeah, it's a lot to keep up with. Even for, someone like me who's immersed in it every day,
Right.
it's a real challenge trying to filter the actual big breakthroughs from all the hype.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Which is why this stack of articles you send over, Forbes, Emerge blog, AI magazine, everything I gotta say, it's got me both really excited and a little overwhelmed. We have got to do a deep dive on this.
I'm with you. Let's cut through the noise and figure out what the really important trends are. What research is truly groundbreaking and what it actually means for people, in a practical sense.
Okay, I'm all for that. And maybe a good place to start is something that jumped out at me from those Forbes articles. It seems like even the term AI itself is becoming a bit of a buzzword, almost like what happened with big data a few years ago.
Oh, totally.
Remember when everything was big data?
Right. It lost all meaning because it was used so broadly, you know what I mean? And you're right, we might be headed down the same road with
Yeah.
AI. But here's the thing that I find interesting. This shift in how we're talking about it, it actually reflects a really fundamental change in how AI is being developed.
Oh, what do you mean?
So it's becoming less about creating these single, all-powerful AI models that try to do everything,
Yeah.
and more about building these specialized AI tools that are designed to work together. The Emerge blog made a great analogy about this, comparing it to building a team of experts,
Okay.
each with their own unique skills.
Interesting.
You could have one AI that's amazing at like writing code,
Okay.
another that's incredible at solving complex geometry problems, but none of them are trying to be the be-all, end-all AI.
Ah, so instead of one giant brain in a jar, it's more like we're talking about a collaborative effort with different AI systems playing to their strengths.
Yes, precisely. And what's really exciting is that this approach seems to be driving much faster progress.
Really?
Yeah, because by combining different AI approaches, kind of like putting together like an AI dream team, we could tackle these super complex problems from all different angles.
Mhm.
And that could lead to some seriously groundbreaking solutions.
It's like the power of teamwork, but with AI. I like that. Okay, that actually makes a lot of sense. So, takeaway number one for anyone trying to keep their head above water in the sea of AI news is don't get too hung up on the hype surrounding any single super AI.
100%.
It's more about the bigger picture, the way that all these specialized AI tools are being combined and applied. That's what's truly game-changing.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
That actually makes me feel a lot better about trying to keep up with all this AI stuff.
Yeah,
It's not about finding that one magical AI to, rule them all.
right.
It's about understanding how all these different pieces are coming together to do really amazing things.
Exactly. And speaking of amazing things, you had that whole stack of articles about fascinating AI research projects.
I did, yeah,
Anything in particular catch your eye?
definitely. There was this one project, I think it was from BIR,
Okay.
the Berkeley Artificial Intelligence Research Lab, right?
Yes.
Yeah, they're doing some really groundbreaking work over there.
They are. They're doing fantastic work.
So they were talking about this thing called Tiny Agent,
Yeah.
which basically puts AI functionality directly onto devices, even
Mm.
if they're offline.
Tiny Agent.
Yeah.
That's a fantastic example of AI research moving beyond just theory and into practical application.
Really?
What's so fascinating about their work is the potential impact it could have on both privacy and speed.
Okay, now you've got my attention. Why does it matter where the AI is doing its thing?
Well, think about how a lot of AI applications work right now.
Okay.
You send your data to a massive data center,
Right.
it gets analyzed, and then the results are sent back to you.
Right.
That whole process takes time,
Sure.
which is obviously a problem if you need something to happen instantly.
Right, right.
Plus, it means your data is being shipped off to who knows where.
You mean like those articles about AI tracking my every move?
Yeah,
Not really my favorite thing to think about.
exactly.
Yeah.
But with Tiny Agent, the AI lives right there on your device.
Oh, okay.
No need to send your data to the cloud.
Interesting.
So the AI can respond really quickly in a snap,
Gotcha.
and your information stays private.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense. But hold on, wouldn't that mean you have to cram a ton of computing power onto these tiny little devices? How does that even work?
Well, that's the ingenious part.
Yeah.
BIR has found ways to make the AI algorithms incredibly efficient,
Oh, wow.
so they can run on devices with very limited processing power.
Oh, wow. That's really cool.
It really opens up a whole world of possibilities, especially for applications in areas with, like, poor internet connectivity.
Oh, I see what you mean. So you could have like AI-powered medical devices in remote villages or search and rescue drones that work flawlessly even if there's no cell service. That's incredible.
Precisely. The potential is huge. And that's just one example. Remember that other BR project we were talking about?
Yeah.
The one with the, how do I put this? Intriguing name.
Oh, yeah, Ghostbuster. And no, it's not about busting ghosts, although it is busting something.
Indeed. And it's incredibly relevant to what we were just discussing about the trustworthiness of information online these days.
Wait, really? Okay, tell me more.
So Ghostbuster is a system for detecting AI-generated text. You know, everyone's worried about, deepfakes and AI-written articles and things like that.
Oh, tell me about it. It's getting harder and harder to know what's real and what's not online these days.
Exactly. And that's where Ghostbuster comes in. It's designed to be even more accurate than the tools that we have now at spotting text that was written by an AI, not a human.
So if I'm understanding this right, this could be a game changer for journalists, researchers, really anyone who relies on accurate information.
Absolutely. It could really help us regain some trust in what we read online, which is, I think, absolutely crucial in a world where AI is becoming more and more sophisticated at generating content.
Okay, this is all blowing my mind. But before we get too far off track,
Yeah.
what else caught your attention in those articles? It's amazing how much AI research is happening that doesn't necessarily grab the headlines, but could have just as big of an impact on our lives.
Oh, for sure. Sometimes it's the stuff working behind the scenes that's going to affect us the most in the long run.
Right. I mean, take this thing I was reading in Science Daily about AI being used to analyze sewage.
To detect epidemics
Yeah.
early.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that one too.
Yeah.
Not exactly, the most glamorous application of AI,
Yeah, really.
but fascinating stuff.
Definitely. Talk about AI working behind the scenes. It's analyzing something most people don't even want to think about and potentially saving lives in the process. Which actually reminds me of this other thing I saw about OpenAI already looking ahead to the 2024 elections.
Oh, right. How to use AI responsibly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
that's a big one. And it's encouraging to see them actually thinking about it proactively because the potential for misuse is huge, right?
Oh, absolutely.
AI-generated deepfakes, spreading misinformation, or, even creating targeted propaganda.
It's like we almost need a Ghostbuster for political campaigns,
Totally.
Just to make sure people can trust what they're seeing and hearing.
Exactly. Which, I think all of this just highlights how AI's impact goes way beyond just the world of tech.
Oh, for sure.
We're talking politics, healthcare, even art. Remember that MIT project you mentioned? The one about recreating the sense of extinct flowers?
Oh, yeah. What a cool example of using AI for something totally unexpected. Right. It really speaks to the incredible breadth of what's possible. And it's not just about recreating scents either. Researchers are using AI to analyze art, compose music, even write poetry. It's really pushing the boundaries of creativity in ways that I don't even think we fully understand yet.
Okay, well, speaking of things we're just starting to understand, I got to ask about some of those other little intriguing things from the articles. Like Forbes had that quote comparing OpenAI's new models to an extremely smart PhD.
Yeah.
Which, okay, on the one hand, that sounds super impressive, but it also made me wonder, how do you even measure something like AI intelligence? Like, it's not like there's a standardized test for that.
Not yet, anyway. But it is a huge question that researchers are trying to figure out.
Yeah.
Like, how do we even define and assess intelligence in a way that applies to both humans and AI? It's a fascinating challenge.
It really is. And then there was that whole other thing about the Library of Congress basically becoming a training ground for AI.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
I mean, it's kind of mind-blowing to think about these algorithms learning from, like, all of that human knowledge.
It is. It really makes you wonder, what are these AIs going to find in those archives? What kind of hidden connections and patterns are they going to uncover that maybe, with our limited human perception, we just completely missed?
That's such a good question. Like, take that MIT project you were talking about before, the one where they're using AI to try and understand the physics of Van Gogh's Starry Night. If AI can help us unlock the secrets of, like, a masterpiece, imagine what else it could reveal, not just in art, but in history, literature, even our understanding of, like, the universe itself. It's like opening up a whole new world of possibilities.
It really is.
Yeah.
And that's what makes this whole field so captivating.
I know, right? Well, I think on that note, I think we've done a pretty good job of diving deep into this stack of AI articles you gave me. We've covered everything from, like, the nuts and bolts of how it's all being developed to the really big picture implications for, like, the future and our world.
We really have. And, if anyone listening out there is feeling that same sense of wonder, if this got you asking more questions than answers, then we've done our job.
I love that. Until next time, everybody, keep exploring, keep asking those questions, and keep on diving deep.